I traced my roots from my mother's birthplace in Mississippi, through her early schooling in East St. Louis until her solo move to California. As a little girl, out shopping with my mother, countless times I can remember people asking me who I was with because they couldn't see how the lady next to me could be my mother. At times, people assumed that I thought I was better because of the tone of my skin and the texture of my hair. While at school, people I knew thought in terms of nationality, not race. Too light, not black enough. Too black, not light enough. I was so confused. Yet, I grew up in a home full of love where I felt special, valued, important, smart, interesting, funny, and capable. My mom was adventurous, generous, regal, innovative, intelligent, and no nonsense. In short, a phenomenal woman. She continued to inspire me to always be the very best me, no matter the deed. I remember witnessing her pride swell with every accomplishment. I had a European-style education with small classes, lots of writing, long hours, and all in French. I attended a private school where children of privilege drove luxury cars in sharp contrast to our teachers who could barely afford a used car, who walked or took the bus to work. I attended the same school from kindergarten until I graduated from high school, with the exception of the 1-year sabbatical my mother, a librarian and public servant, had planned. We lived in Nice, France, and traveled extensively throughout Europe and Africa. This experience changed my life and cemented my self-confidence and love for travel, culture, food, and people. I returned fluent from our travels and richer from this once-in-a-lifetime experience at the tender age of 6. I struggled as a student beginning in the 5th grade, rebelled in my teens, but eventually worked my way through. I finished my undergraduate degree at Howard University in Washington, D.C., another paradox of wealth and poverty right in our nation's capital. I witnessed firsthand the disparity of the have and the have-nots, a place where race was secondary to socioeconomic status. All these experiences propelled me into education, and I returned home to pursue teaching. I remember a story my mother often told proudly. When I was just a tiny tot playing in the playground in our complex, a young man riding his bike on the sidewalk yelled out to me, "Move!" Now, up until that moment, I had not heard that word. My mother was closing in, ready to intercede, when she heard my reply to the little boy. "That's not my name. My name is Tabitha." Even if I didn't have knowledge of such a hateful word at the time, she allowed me to defend myself, as she would say, perfectly. I'm a descendant of both the oppressor and the oppressed, like so many other Black Americans. Unlike others who can easily and proudly hail their family tree, mine is shrouded in secrecy. Location, relation, and no information is too often my story. In a country where people of color have constitutionally been 5/5 human for merely 150 years, stereotypes and judgments based on phenotypes still abound. What are you? Where are you from? What do you mix with? Until I'm identified, there can be no communication. My experiences have allowed me to be proud to proclaim that I am a daughter of the diaspora. My name is Tabitha.